Hey guys, Josh Royko with myhobokenhome.com and Elite Realtors of New Jersey, here to give you the Hoboken May 2018 condo sales market update. As you can see, 76 condos sold in May of 2018. Right here, average asking price $840K, average sale price around $837K. One thing to keep in mind, the new convention is instead of doing a price reduction to relist at the new lower price, thereby resetting the days on market and making it more difficult to track the discount from the original list price. Something to keep in mind as you look at those discount numbers. For those of you that watched the downtown Jersey City market update for May of 2018 yesterday, or saw it before seeing this video, if you didn't catch it as soon as it came out, you will see a very different slope in the line of average pricing. Continued increase in the average price of a condo in Hoboken. This is largely driven by an increase in the average size. So when we look at it on a price per square foot basis, we're going to see a little bit of a different story here in a minute. For now, we're going to take a look at shifting supply and demand dynamics. Again, similar to Jersey City, although not quite to the same extent, we're seeing a very significant increase in inventory from the winter market. It's typically a little bit slower, kind of bottoming out on December 28, 2017, and then taking off quite aggressively. 239 active condos in Hoboken as of May 31st. Very, very significant increase in inventory, but not to the same extent that we're seeing in downtown Jersey City. This represents, if we're going to go back and look at the May timeframe of 2017, right in this general time frame, we are seeing 158 condos as of June 1st versus 239. So in the neighborhood of a 50% increase in supply. If you keep in mind, downtown Jersey City is up about 130% increase in supply. So even though this is a very significant increase in supply, it is relatively muted compared to downtown Jersey City. All right. Looking at DABOs, deposits accepted by owners, the leading indicator of demand. Ouch, this number is very low for the spring market. Just 57 deposits accepted by owner in May. If we look at a similar time frame in the May 2017 time frame, 98 in May of 2017, so something's going on here. 98 versus 57, very significant decline. Possible signs of trouble ahead in terms of inventory not being absorbed as quickly as it has in prior months. Okay, so looking at the May condos sold, again, 76, comparing that to last year. If we go back to the May time frame, 74. So right in line with the May time frame, up a little bit in terms of condos sold, but largely flat. Keep in mind that given the 50% increase in supply, we would expect a rather significant increase in condos sold just by the nature of there being more inventory and better matching across buyers out there. So something to keep in mind. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take a look really quickly at the market update for pricing trends. Again, those of you that have been following the blog know very well, I like to look at the median price per square foot to keep an eye on what's going on, because that eliminates all of the outliers. And more specifically, I like to smooth out each individual month by looking at the 3 and 6 month rolling averages of the median price per square foot, because that eliminates any variations from a rare month where might have trended a little bit different than other months. And so by smoothing out over 3 to 6 months, we can really see where the market is headed. A little bit different story going on here, as you might recognize, versus the average price. You can see this continued price per square foot increase going on until spring of last year, roughly this time. Then a flattening. Heading into summer, fall, and then winter, We see a flattening through the summer and fall months into what looks like a little bit of a decline, just a couple of percent, single-digit percentage. We are seeing some encouraging signs beginning in the March timeframe of 2018. So some positive signs. You can see this positive slope here that price per square foot may be increasing just a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look at the bedroom breakdown. Again, we're going to focus on 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. And looking at the data, not a lot going on with the 1 bedrooms and the 2 bedrooms. Similar to the trend, we are seeing a peak in the spring of 2017 in terms of 3 and 6 month rolling averages. Couple of challenges to those averages in the fall, but largely a bit of a decline since, more flat than down. We're talking single digit, couple of percent decline. May was a better month than April, but it's been kind of bouncing back and forth every other month. It seems to be up and down, but the trend overall seems to be largely flat, maybe down just 1% or 2%. Okay, onward to 2 bedrooms. And this is going to be very similar, less variation in terms of up and down, but largely flat and down, peaking in the June 2017 time frame on a 3-month rolling average basis. And then you can see a pretty clearly negative slope into the early spring time frame around March of 2018, and we're starting to see a little bit of a rebound over the past 3 months. So not too much to report here. Largely flat year over year. Some softening over the fall and winter, followed by a little bit of a pickup with the beginning of the spring market being captured here. Again, May sales are likely, or at least largely, March of 2018 deposits accepted by owner. Okay, here's where we should see something a little bit more interesting. From what I'm seeing, there's a little bit more demand for 3 bedrooms in terms of demand relative to inventory. Let's take a look at the 3 and 6 month rolling averages. You can see pretty darn strong, increasing from the January, February timeframe, largely flat over the past year until that January or February timeframe, pulling up quite significantly over the past 3 months. Spring market is in full swing, and I think you've got people looking to upgrade as the school year ends and get in before the end of summer here, looking to take advantage of summer and be in a good position come fall to start the new school year. The 3 bedrooms are doing quite well. We're seeing, in general, people are staying a little bit longer in Hoboken. Pretty nice improvement from what I'm hearing, just anecdotally, from other realtors in the primary education realm. Secondary, there's still some concern, may not quite be there just yet, but a lot of people are staying a little bit longer and starting to demand those larger spaces as they have children, particularly 3 bedrooms. So we're seeing 3 bedrooms fare a little bit better than 1 and 2. Okay, so that is the Hoboken 2018 condo market update. Hope you caught the Jersey City update that we put out last night. Very different story there, similar in terms of narrative as supply is rising, but much more markedly so, with 130 or so percent increase versus, ballpark 50% increase in Hoboken. So no black swan events like the tax revaluation going on in Hoboken. The market is still quite strong. Just anecdotally, we had a listing in Uptown Hoboken on the northwest side. Very, very strong demand. Numerous showings within the first couple of days. Multiple offers. That very, very strong offers. So compelling as to result in the cancellation of an open house. So for the time being, I'll leave that to your imagination as to where that ended up. Should be able to share more with the July update as to how that listing did. But very, very happy clients, I must say, nonetheless, in terms of valuation they got for a home. If you have a turnkey home that is marketable to a wide swath of potential buyers, if you've got a place with parking, a modern kitchen, hardwood floors, central air conditioning, you are still in pretty good shape. There's still a lot of demand out there. As we see, demand was up a little bit from last year in terms of condos sold. So something to keep in mind. Supply, again, can be a little bit challenging as it's increasing. We are seeing a lot of the properties that were renovated in the 2009, 10, 11, 12 timeframe. We're starting to see some trends in kitchens and bathrooms, render those. I don't want to say outdated, but just not feeling quite so fresh as some of the new construction properties. And I think that may be slowing down the market for the massive boom in development that we saw beginning 5 or 6 years ago, maybe 7. And as a result, some of those properties aren't doing quite so well in terms of resale. But again, Hoboken market still quite strong. If you've got a property that is widely appealing, there are still buyers out there, oftentimes multiple buyers, and the great potential to get a good value if you're looking to sell. Thanks for checking out the May 2018 Hoboken market update. We'll be back in early July with the June update, as well as some exciting news about a personal transaction and renovation that we are undertaking in June. Renovation will continue through June, July, and August, and we hope to share a lot more in terms of progress and the end result. So stay tuned. We will have much more to come. Thanks again for tuning in.